When you look at your weather forecast, do you even have any idea how to decipher it? Well, I'm going to tell you how you can decide whether or not those rain chances are good enough to rely on. Yeah, that's right. That's your boy, Budget Lawns. Little known fact, I was actually a weatherman for a couple years when I got out of college. So I'm not claiming to be an expert about this, but I can at least claim to have a little bit of, what would you say, credibility maybe? And those percentages, when you talk about your chance of rain and whether or not you should water your lawn or rely on the chance of rain in the forecast, can kind of be a little bit confusing for some, and most people have no idea what they actually mean. So that's what we're going to talk about here on Budget Lawns today. I appreciate you being here. If it's your first time, I hope it's not your last. Consider subscribing, leave me a thumbs up, comment down below. All that good stuff helps out the channel so much. Okay, look, you've all seen those thumbnails that say something with some arbitrary percentage that has no actual data or research to back it up. It's just something to get you to click, and it's beyond me why so many people click on those, but they do. And here I am with percentages in my thumbnail, but at least the thumbnail has something to do with the content of the video when it comes to involving percentages. So you look at your weather forecast, you can't decide, okay, am I going to rely on that chance of rain, or am I going to go ahead and throw sprinklers out or turn on the sprinkler system? Well, first, let's talk about what that chance of rain actually means. A lot of times you'll see a 40% chance of rain and you won't get any, and you'll start cursing the weatherman because, oh, he said 40% chance or 60% chance and I didn't get squat. Well, if you looked at the radar, perhaps other areas around you did get rain. You were just one of the unlucky ones that weren't underneath the rain clouds or the storm clouds. Okay, when you see 30% chance of rain, that means that 30% of that forecasted coverage area will see rain. Or 40% will see rain, or 60% will see rain. And if it says 100% chance of rain, that means that that entire forecasted area will see some rainfall. So just because you didn't get it doesn't mean that the forecaster or the meteorologist or whoever it was that put together your weather forecast was wrong. It just means you were unlucky. Okay, so when I'm looking at a forecast and I'm trying to decide whether or not I'm going to water or not, here's how I go about that thought process. I kind of clump it up into three main sections, because watering our lawns can typically be one of the most expensive tasks that we have when trying to keep green grass. And I have to put a cap on it at some point. I am not going to water and water and water to maintain a green lawn. To me, it's just not worth it. Some people will spend hundreds of dollars each month on their watering bill just because they can't bear to see their lawn struggle and go dormant. I've got some hot spots that have started to go dormant, and that's okay. We finally got some rain. Finally out of the drought after 3 weeks of no measurable rainfall, or even more than 3 weeks. We've had 2.5 inches this morning, another inch over the last couple days, so it has been a huge blessing. So I'll clump it up into three main decision sections, I guess you could call it. The first one, these are kind of obvious, folks, but here's how I do it. If it's a 0 to 30% chance of rain, guess what? The sprinklers are going out. I am not going to bet on that 20 or 30% chance of rainfall hitting me to irrigate my lawn. I'm doing it myself, okay? And then we'll bump it up to the 40 to 60% chance of rain. Okay? In that range, I'm going to roll the dice. I'm going to just cross my fingers and hope for the best, dribble and shoot and hope for the best, and hope that I fall under that 40, 50, or 60% chance of rainfall, and I'm not going to put the sprinklers out. Now, just like on the low end, it's pretty darn obvious. It's pretty darn obvious on the high end as well. If it's a 70% chance or higher of seeing rainfall, of course I'm not going to throw out the sprinklers. I'm going to let Mother Nature do its work, because when it comes down to it, there is no better water for the lawn than getting the natural stuff. Of course, the stuff out of the faucet does what you need it to, but it's full of all that stuff to purify it for our drinking and our consumption and bathing and all that. Nothing gets better than the fresh stuff that falls out of the sky. And if you're lucky enough to get some lightning in there as well, there's some free nitrogen added to your lawn. So obviously we want that more than anything. But if it's a 0 to 30% chance of rain, I wouldn't put your money on it, okay? Go ahead and irrigate. 40 to 60% chance, roll the dice. I mean, I'll take the risk for the free stuff and the natural stuff. 70% chance and up, let Mother Nature do its thing. Save your money, don't water. All right, my friends, I hope that kind of gives you a better idea and understanding of what those percent chances of rain actually mean in your forecast, and how you should look at them and decipher them on deciding whether or not you're going to water or get the freebies. That's all we've got for this edition of Budget Lawns. Look, y'all, I so appreciate y'all joining me. Y'all are the reason this channel is succeeding and growing. It's always a pleasure to have you here. Share this channel with your friends, and I hope we'll see you all again next time.